Hello, I am Wanda Zimmerman. Welcome to the Cyber Operations and Risk Management Brief for Team Australia. Today we will be covering the Australian Signals Directorate Cyber Operations, software assurance needs, common software vulnerabilities, software development, software acquisition, and supply risk management. The Australian Signals Directorate defends Australia from global threats and aims to drive cyber resilience across the whole of the economy. The Cybersecurity Center within ASD is the hub for private and public sector collaboration, responding to cybersecurity threats and incidents, and sharing threat information and research to prevent and combat cybersecurity threats. The center also provides Australians with information, assistance, and advice, including mitigation strategies and certifying cloud services. Government mandates for software assurance require that all agencies implement software security controls. Controls that are required include data encryption, user authentication, software auditing and security updates, and the implementation of secure software within the network, components, and all workstations. Common software vulnerabilities. Public software vulnerabilities can be found in the Common Vulnerabilities and Exposure System. Software developers also release vulnerability information when they are discovered. Threats and vulnerabilities are also shared amongst Australia and its Five Eyes partners. Internet of Things devices are being targeted more frequently due to their lack of security and their increased integration into the ecosystem. Additionally, attackers continue to target the weakest link in the chain, being the end user, by sending malicious emails to compromise systems and exploit vulnerabilities. Threat modeling and secure design require the developers to consider threats to software and identify mitigations to these threats. This is to ensure the implementation of security into the code from the beginning of the development and at every stage thereafter. The information security model recommends that developers separate the development into at least 3 separate environments covering development, testing, and production, limiting the spread of malicious code and also limiting the access of the code by malicious insiders. For agencies engaging in software development, the Agile development model is recommended as it uses interactions of subject matter experts, customers, and stakeholders through pre-existing processes and collaboration. The model involves collaboration, accurate documentation, and contractual agreements, and is easily adapted to changing environments. Software acquisition. Much of the software used within the Australian government is acquired through outside vendors. Software acquisition in the government is managed by Digital Transformation Agency, with the policies, guidelines, and standards being published by the Government Finance Office. The government has arrangements with several information communication technology providers such as IBM and Microsoft, and has also formed panels or groups of sellers that are commonly used by government agencies. These sellers have entered into contracts under a standard set of terms and have been evaluated by ASD, are on the evaluated products list, and have an ASD cryptographic evaluation, and they are usually used and trusted by our allies. When deciding between software acquisition and software development, here are a few things to keep in mind. Software acquisition means that you are acquiring software that is already available and is going to be easily deployed into the environment. Software development means that you have complete control of the software from the inception to the finished product. Acquisition is going to reduce the research and development costs as well as maintenance costs due to vendors providing support. When you develop your own software, you have to provide all the support and maintenance internally. This can be costly and time-consuming because users are going to want functionalities, but are the functionalities the users really needed? Also, if you're acquiring software, you have to deal with licensing fees. The process can also be lengthy because of the different software available and all the different functionality provided. When you develop your software internally, you have to ensure that the software is compatible with the operating system as well as other software that is already deployed in the system. Users might need more training in this software due to its newness and changes in functionality. In order to properly manage supply chain risk management has to be part of the overall organization risk management. It has to be included in the risk assessment process, and it has to include the engagement of stakeholders. Suppliers can be easily managed by maintaining an approved vendors list and planning for disruptions within the supply chain. The suppliers are pushed to provide evidence of good security controls and asked to provide reports on the effectiveness of their security, including the average threat detection and resolution times. In the contract, you should also require that reporting any breaches within 48 hours of discovery or any cyber incidents that can be leaked into your organization. Prior to deploying any